Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry channel B.L.DASH short and sweet in chemistry. Also I want to welcome the students of 12th science, and now my topic is coordination compound, that is for class 12th, and it is based on CBSE syllabus. Today topic is actually ionization isomerism, main topic that is coordination compound, and subtopic that is ionization isomerism, and that belongs to structural isomerism. Now this is part 6D. Now here in part 6D I am going to explain that is ionization isomerism. Then what is ionization isomerism? Since the ionization word is used, that means surely here some ions are taking very important role. Now it is a part of structural isomerism. What is structural isomerism? Structural isomerism means the isomerism where the structures are different, the arrangement of atoms in structures are different. That means here this is called structural isomerism. And in structural isomerism, what are the other groups are present, other isomerisms are present. That is, first is linkage isomerism, coordination isomerism, now it is ionization isomerism, and last one is solvate isomerism. Now here I am going to explain ionization isomerism. Here ions are involved. Now you know what is coordination compound. One is in coordination sphere, that is called complex ion. Other part is counter ion. Counter ion that having charge, that is minus or plus. But if you say anion is minus, then it is called complex anion, and here only simply metal that represents cation. If the cation is complex, then what happened? Some acidical ion, just like sulfate, bromide, any group that is having negative charge, that is anion, and it is surely gives the acidical test. That means two part. One is complex cation part and simply anion part. That means simply anion part, which is called counter ion, because the counter ion is balanced by the charge of the coordination sphere. What is coordination sphere? That means the metal atom, central metal atom is surrounded by ligands. How the ligands, whether it is fixed or not? Yes, ligand, the number of ligands is fixed to the particular central metal atom. Just like cobalt, always the coordination number is fixed. Then what is coordination number? That means number of ligands which is fixed to the central metal atom. Central atom has fixed coordination number, that is called coordination number. That means it is the ligands, number of ligands also fixed. The ligands also so many types. One is negative, positive, neutral. Negative ion, that is called anion ligand, just like Cn minus, Cl minus, Br minus, CO3 minus 2, these are called negative. And then come to neutral, ammonia, ethylene diamine, just like they are called neutral molecule. And positive ion, nitrosonium ion, nitronium ion, like this. And now here where the question arises ionization isomerism, I told just like, see, this is example. Here this is one complex ion, and this is here sulfate minus 2. That means this is called counter ion, and this is called complex cation, cationic complex. That means cationic complex, the charge should be balanced by this one is called counter ion charge. This should be balanced. Now here the ligands, NH3 5 ligand, and bromido, that is 1 ligand, 6 ligands. That means 6 ligands that is fixed to the cobalt. That means coordination number is 6. And here when you see ionization isomerism, here we can find the counter ion when acts as ligand. Suppose the sulfate when acts as ligand, it should not remain outside. It should come inside the coordination sphere. This is called coordination sphere. In square bracket, what is there? That is called coordination sphere. And now the ligand in coordination sphere, and here one ligand act as a counter ion. That is why it goes to outer side. That means sulfate will come inside the coordination sphere, and bromide that will go outside acts as counter ion. This is called ionization isomerism. That means here you can say the groups in coordination sphere. Groups in coordination sphere and outer sphere can be interchanged. That means here coordination sphere and outer sphere they can be interchanged, and that is called ionization isomerism. And general example I want to tell here: X is a ligand, Y is a ligand, where Y is the negative ligand and X is the neutral ligand. So the coordination number is 6, the total ligand is 6, and that is why it is plus 3 charge minus 1 charge, so total charge is plus 2. And counter ion of the outer side coordination sphere that having also minus 2 charge. Now its isomer, what to do? Y should be replaced by Z. Z will come to here. See, Z comes to here and Y goes outside. This is the main example, general example of ionization isomerism, where the inner ligand go outside, will act as a counter ion, and counter ion come inside the coordination sphere and acts as ligand. That is the fact. That means suppose in this case Z will show a spherical test, and in this case Y will show the spherical test. Now come to example. Example, you can see what is the number ligand? 5. Pentamine, and this is Br minus, you know this is bromido, and this is cobalt 3, and since the counter ion this side, so there is a gap, and sulfate, the color is violet. Again see here, pentamine, bromido, cobalt 3, sulfate, this color is violet. In exam also mainly they can ask what is the color of this compound, and what is its isomer, and what is its color, and what is the name. So what is the isomer of this? Ionization isomer, because sulfate will come to inside, Br will go outside. In this case Br minus, which act as acid radical and give the test. What is the test? Br minus, that will silver nitrate test, pale yellow precipitate form. In sulfate, when sulfate is outside ion, counter ion, it will give a test, that is barium chloride test, where it give white precipitate. So this is very important. Sometimes the question may ask, how can you differentiate between this and this by the different tests? Then you write, when the barium chloride is added, barium chloride solution, not barium chloride simple, barium chloride solution is added, it gives white precipitate, but silver nitrate added, it gives light yellow precipitate. So it is named, what is the name? Pentamine sulfato, because sulfate now inside this coordination sphere. Cobalt, and cobalt 3 is not written, so you should write cobalt 3, and here gap is there, cobalt 3 bromide. So here what should write? Cobalt 3, because the number charge is 3, coordination number 3. So what is the rule? Roman numeral you should write here, and that is bromide. I hope it is clear. Again you can see here ions will be exchanged inside the coordination sphere, they are called as ligand. Outside the coordination sphere they are called as counter ion and gives the test of acid radical. This is the main example. Now we will proceed to other examples. Now it is the example 2. What is the example 2? Cobalt is surrounded by 5 ammonia molecule and 1 nitrate molecule. Nitrate ion and ammonia, which is a neutral molecule. Nitrate ion is a negative one. That means here 6 ligands are attached to cobalt, where the charge is plus 3. Oxidation number is plus 3. So total charge here plus 2 on this superscript, and here sulfate ion. What is the mean? The sulfate is the outer side the sphere and act as a counter ion. It will give acid radical test of sulfate. Now what is the name? Pentamine nitrato. Again see, pentamine nitrato cobalt 3 sulfate. That means inside nitrito and ammonia molecule, and outer side sulfate ion, which gives spherical test. Its isomer, what to do? The sulfate ion, which is outer side, that should be a ligand, and inner side this is nitrate. So here the nitrate will go outside and sulfate will come inside, and what happens here, the nitrate act as counter ion. It will give the taste of acidical nitrate, acidical. Remember in acidical test, here it gives nitrate brown ring test, and the sulfate is inside. So what is the name? Pentamine sulfato, pentamine sulfato cobalt 3 nitrate, gap nitrate, and there should be no capital, no gap in the coordination sphere name. Now next come to example number 3. Now here chromium is surrounded by 5 ammonia molecule which is neutral, and bromido which is -1, so total charge is +2, and sulfate should be -2. And now what happened here? What is the name? Pentamine neutral, bromido alphabetically you see amine first, bromido next, chromium 3 because 3 plus 3 here, numeral letter, Roman numeral, and there is sulfate. Again see pentamine, bromido, chromium 3 and sulfate. Sulfate will give acidical test. Then what is its isomer? Chromium is surrounded by ammonia, 5 ammonia, and which is sulfate outer side here, it comes to inside as a ligand, and bromine which is ligand here bromide that act as a counter ion outer side. Then what is the difference? Here sulfate as acidical test it will do, and here bromide as acidical test it will give. That means here sulfate bromide, that is the end part. Pentamine, this is sulfato, chromium 3, chromium Roman numeral 3, bromide. What happened? Here what is isomer? This bromide group which is inside the coordination sphere as a ligand, it will go outside, and sulfate group which is as a counter ion and gives the acidical test, it comes to inside the coordination sphere as ligand. That means interchange of counter ion and inside ligand in coordination sphere. So next question I want to ask here, cobalt is surrounded by 4 ammonia molecule, 1 chlorido group, 1 nitrite N group, because N is attached to central metal atom. Both are having -1 charge, that is why it gives +1. Outer side is Cl minus, that already balanced, counterbalance. Now what is the name? Tetramine, chlorido, nitrito, what is attachment? N. So N, cobalt 3 chloride. Again see tetramine, chlorido, nitrito, and N is attached, N, cobalt 3. If O is attached mean you should write O. Now in this case N is attached mean you should write N, cobalt 3 chloride. So again you can see properly, that means here ion isomerism mean here only the ligand will exchange the ligand inside, go outside as a counter ion come to inside as a ligand. It will not give the property of nitrate ion, it will not give the property of here sulfate ion, because sulfate is outer side, here nitrate is outer side, here sulfate is outer side, bromide is outer side, which is outer side of the coordination sphere, that will give the acidical test, which is inside the coordination sphere, it will not give any acidical test. Rather it will act as a ligand, good ligand inside the coordination sphere. So these are the examples of ionization isomerism, and this is the question you try. Nothing to do, only you will take nitrate, nitrite, you take nitrate outer side and chloride that comes inside, that becomes what is the isomer? Cl2, and outer side NO2. Listen, Cl2 NO2, it gives the chloride test. When you write isomer, it will give the nitrite test. Nitrite test, you know, the nitrite test it will give. So hope it is clear to you, and try to write more ionization isomerism compounds where it is possible to write the nomenclature or not. If possible to write the nomenclature, then it is okay, otherwise it has no meaning. So I hope you will subscribe my channel B.L.DASH Short and Sweet in Chemistry, and also I can believe will like and share my channel. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks again to all.